Right then guys, a bit of a confession to make here. I'm not currently living in the van. And there's a few reasons for that, which I'll get onto later on in the video. You see, this time last year, I had this brilliant idea of packing up the house, moving into a van, and converting it into a motorhome and hitting the road. But then plans changed, obviously. You see, on paper, the most sensible thing to have done last year was to use every penny I got to build out the van. Basic things like insulation. But me being me, decided that wandering around Southeast Asia for a few months was a better plan. I went through Thailand, Cambodia, and even into Vietnam. And I'll be quite honest with you, I don't regret it at all. It's probably the best year of my adult life. Some of the experiences and memories that I made in Southeast Asia will last me a lifetime. From the temples in Bangkok, to the beaches in Koh Samui, to Angkor Wat in Cambodia, and waking up in Ho Chi Minh City. And of course, some of the best food I've ever tasted in my entire life. Not to mention some really questionable things that I put in my mouth, but that's for another video. And then the people. I met Pim and her family and spent quite a bit of time in Isan. And I know this will come across a bit cliche, to be fair, but when I was in rural Isan and life was stripped back, it changed my entire perspective on life. And I finally have a direction of travel. I know what the future looks like. And on this journey through YouTube, I hope to share that with you. But then the reality of life returns, sadly. When I return to the UK with a van, with no insulation, and winter fast approaching. So being honest, with little to no funds left, I had to take some sort of action, and it's clearly the van was never going to be winter ready. So luckily I acquired a Caravan, and that's going to be my home base for the foreseeable future. Oh, there's two of you. Hello, Daisy 1, Daisy 2, you beautiful. I think I'll leave the two daisies in peace. So anyway, yes, I've managed to acquire a Caravan, and that's going to be my winter base for the foreseeable future. Now I have to talk about the van situation, because, as I said earlier in the video, instead of kitting it out, I went travelling, and in hindsight, that was probably the better option. And the reasons are quite simple. The van's just clocked over 200,000 miles. And the bodywork's pretty much in the same condition as mine. There's dents and bumps and scrapes where it shouldn't be. And then on top of that, it's now developed a bit of an oil leak. And with the MOT only being 3 months away, I really do have to consider my options, I think. Because nothing says van life in the UK at winter time than an expensive garage bill. So with that being said, I really do need to weigh up my options. With that being said, as far as I can see, I've got 3 options. 1, I could save up the money to buy a newer van. Or 2, continue to use the Caravan as my home base for the foreseeable future, and then maybe get a smaller van for trips away, filming days, weekends, you know what I mean? Maybe like a Vivaro or something of that nature. or free, pack everything up into a backpack and hit the road backpacking and hope for the best with YouTube. That would be nice. But also entirely unrealistic. So for me, it comes down to the money situation. If I buy a bigger van, and there isn't going to be a lot of budget left for travelling, and the whole idea of this channel is to go out and embrace life and travel and see new things. So realistically, I can discount that. And as I've said already, the backpacking across the world and hoping that YouTube pays me some money, also unrealistic. So I guess for now it is using a Caravan as my cheap polish on wheels. Downgrade the van to something a bit smaller. And again, the fuel costs and the insurance costs are all lower. So I think that's probably the most viable way forward. I mean, let me know in the comments, what would you decide? I mean, obviously, one of the non-negotiables is I need to go back to Thailand. When I think about it, living in a caravan ain't so bad. It's got plenty of upside. It's cheap. It's flexible. It does give me a sort of temporary base, so I've got the mind space to be creative with this channel. And importantly, I've got laundry facilities, toilet facilities and shower facilities. Oh, a hot shower. Obviously, there's also downsides. The space is smaller. Emptying a cassette on days like this isn't pretty work. And cold is cold. Whichever currency you look at, cold. It's bloody cold. And then there's the gas and electricity management and even the water situation. When any of them run out, it's a bit of a pain in the proverbial, to be honest. But it ain't costing me £1,000 a month in rent. And I'll be honest, that's worth the minor inconveniences. So anyway, guys, I think I'm going to start losing the light here, so I'm going to wrap this video up. But before I go, I'll say this. Yes, the year hasn't gone to plan. And quite honestly, this is just the start of my new way of living. I don't have any regrets. And like I said earlier, I've lived more in these last 12 months than I've probably lived in the 12 years that went before it. And after everything that's gone on, it's been a year of chaos that I've absolutely needed. I've got a better idea of where I'm going forward. I'm now living very cheaply, and that's affording me the extra time and the extra money to go to places like Thailand. This is just the beginning, guys. And if you want to follow me on that journey, then hit the like button, click subscribe, and let's see where 2026 takes us. Come on, what are you waiting for?